What's going on, everybody? So it's definitely been a while. I haven't made a video in quite a bit, just because I wasn't really feeling it, you know. Some things have changed. I'm in a new room, first off. Second off, I've kind of given up on the whole showing off the entire record collection thing. I just let it slip too far. My record collection is completely different from when I left it off from the last video. So, I'm gonna focus on more individual style videos. So, like this one, for instance, I'm gonna do all the records I bought in June. I might do favorite colored vinyl, favorite this kind of artist, favorite this album. So, I have a lot of ideas. I want to get back into making these videos, so we're going to start with this. So, I'm going to be showing you all the records I bought last month, which was June 2018. So, let's just get started. We're going alphabetically here. Starting off, we have new Courtney Barnett album. I really don't know if I like this more than her first. I don't think I do. It's still fantastic, though. It's definitely tightened. She tightened up her sound a lot, which I like. At the same time, though, I feel like you can't get a song like Small Poppies on here with her sound being tightened, because that song's epic, slow, thought process just like on the table. Like, there wasn't a lot of structure to her lyrics in a way, which served this just strange sounding, just blabbering on lyrics, and I liked that. This one is definitely tightened up. The overall stories she tells in the songs are more clear, don't go all over the place, which is nice. Some highlights are City Looks Pretty, Need a Little Time, Nameless Faceless, I'm Not Your Mother, I'm Not Your Bitch, which, banger. Fucking banger right there. Crippling Self-Doubt and General Lack of Self-Confidence, very relatable. Help Yourself, just a lot of really good tracks on here. And I ordered this directly from Milk Records, which is, I believe, her label. And I got the nice purple version. Very happy with it. Sounds good, too. So yeah, if you haven't checked out this album, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people who like the music I do have listened to it at least once, it's fantastic. It's really good. She's always a great songwriter. I love her stuff. Next one. Electric Light Orchestra. This is not going to be just records that came out in June. This is also going to be stuff that I just happened to pick up in June. I had been listening to the song Telephone Line on fucking repeat for maybe 2 months straight, and I went into a record store and this was just sitting there, and I was like, I wonder if Telephone's Line's on this, and it was, so I immediately grabbed it, because it was cheap too. It was a nice price, and the record looked great, so took it. Instant buy. I didn't realize I already knew like half the songs on this album. Like, do you want my love? I didn't know that was them. Like, All Living Things, So Fine, I didn't realize those songs were them. I had just heard them a million times. And so I'm really happy I grabbed this, because I didn't realize I loved them as much as I did. Cool picture of them. Lyrics, and then the records, it's a black record. So yeah, very happy I grabbed this, because now I'm obsessed with them. So, I'm gonna be buying more Electric Light Orchestra records in the future. Next one, another oldie, another classic that I got to very late. Forever Changes by Love. This is not an original. This is just the recent reissue of it. Very psychedelic songs, very flamenco influenced songs as well. A lot of acoustic instrumentation on here. I'm so mad I didn't listen to it sooner, because every element to this album, everything everybody talks about on this album, I love. Psychedelic music, folk rock, I don't know, weird other stuff going in there, like flamenco and stuff like that. I don't know why I didn't check this out sooner. I see it on all the like the best of all time lists and whatever, and I just never listened to it. And I'm so happy I finally did because it's so fucking good. It's so good. And oh, just the first track, Alone Again, or every single song on here is fantastic. I'm mad at myself for not listening to this sooner. So yeah, love Forever Changes. I don't need to talk about it that much. Everybody fucking knows this album, and I didn't, so fuck me, right? Another album that I'm gonna get shit for not having listened to sooner is The Wall, Pink Floyd. I had heard Another Brick in the Wall, you know, I'd heard that song, everybody has, and I never listened to the album. I'd never gotten into Pink Floyd, mainly because I think it was probably just because nobody above, like my parents or my siblings or anybody I knew personally was into Pink Floyd. My experience with older music was in the folk scene or, you know, the Beatles, so like, or Simon and Garfunkel, Joni Mitchell. That's where my upbringing really was. Like, that's where my parents' music, that's what they were listening to. And that got put onto me, and that's why I love folk music now, because I've just kind of rediscovered it. This was not, you know, something my parents would listen to. This was something I never bothered to check out on my own, which is, again, a shame, because it's fantastic. I'm not going to talk about it. Everybody knows this album. But, like, you know, amazing, weird, psychedelic gatefold. Never seen the movie. I would like to see the movie at some point. Yeah, Pink Floyd, The Wall. It's everybody knows it. Everybody. Getting back into stuff that came out in June, we have Serpent with Feet. Hell yeah, this album's good. Pretty much anything off of Secretly Canadian, Jaguar, or Dead Oceans, I love. Almost anything that comes out on those labels is at least good. And this is whew, like, this is beyond incredible. Like, everything about this is so forward-thinking, so futuristic. It's just gorgeous. And his voice, his voice is amazing. The album's called Soil. The closing track, Bless Your Heart. Every song. I can't even pick any. Seedless, Cherubim. It's so, there's like gospel influence, there's pop influence, there's electronic music influence. His voice sounds straight out of a church choir, but it's put in all this just like sci-fi sounding beats. And all the lyrics are so passionate and beautiful and painful, and just there's so much going on in this album that he just did so right. Managed to grab the yellow version of it as well. This album is everything I love. I get the same vibe from people like FK Twigs, who, funny I mentioned that, where it's experimental, it's strange, it's out there, it's futuristic, it's forward-thinking, but it's still catchy and poppy, and you can sing along to it, and it gets lodged in your skull. Stuff like that is really where my taste lies, because I grew up on pop music. That's what I listened to. I grew up listening to the radio, you know, top 40 shit. Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, that stuff. So when I grow up, I still have that, I crave pop music, but I don't want to listen to the same thing over and over again. I seek out artists like Animal Collective, like FK Twigs, like Serpent with fucking Feet, because they make out there unique, beautiful, experimental music that with a hook, and that is something I always will love. Alright, well, this is just not going to get back in the packaging. That's fun. That's nice. That's cool. Oh, and the fucking download card. Whatever. Good enough. Alright, next one. Another thing off of Secretly Canadian. This is Stella Donnelly. Her, what the hell is this thing called? I always forget. Thrush metal. This is her EP, and it's 6 tracks, pretty much just her and guitar on this thing, and there's some really beautiful songs, passionate vocals, really like tough lyrics. Like they're sung in a very young, womanly way, but they're like very powerful lyrics. Someone who's definitely been through like heartbreak made this album and knows what they're talking about. Boys Will Be Boys is very, very powerful. It's kind of this song taking down people who blame people who have been raped. So, like, there's lines on there like, why was she all alone? Why wearing her shirt that low? And it's all this stuff talking about just how ridiculous that is. And, like, the title of the song, Boys Will Be Boys, is a dumb excuse that people always use for that type of thing. And it's such a powerful tune. It's so great. And then she'll switch right from that to just kind of like a simple, like, I don't need you in my life anymore love song, which is still passionate vocals, wonderful lyrics. So it's just all around a really great EP. 12-inch, white vinyl. Very happy with this album. It's just quick listen, fun listen. It's just nice. Definitely listen to it. It's right up my alley. 2 more here. Next one, in my opinion, one of the greatest live albums I've ever listened to. It's recent, but like it's so amazing. This is OC's live in San Francisco. Amazing album cover. I love this type of like old school punk photography. The black and white in the club, you can barely see anything behind you. I love this album cover. This is the OC's playing pretty much all of their bangers. All of the hypest, craziest, amazing psych, garage, rock, punk songs you've ever heard in your life. So it's got I Come From the Mountain, The Dream, Toe Cutter Thumbbuster, Gelatinous Cube. It's got everything. 2 black records. Not going to bother showing you them. They're pretty much exactly the same. Just one of those live albums where you're just like, fuck, I wish I was there. It might be my favorite OC's record, even over their studio stuff. Like, it's just, it's mind-bending, melting, blowing, it's everything. It's just, makes me want to mosh when I'm all alone. It's so good. A band I dream of seeing in concert one day. If they play near me, I need to see them in concert at some point. Alright, last one. This is the reissue of Small Change by Tom Waits. My favorite Tom Waits record, which is kind of why I had to grab it. Now, I already had a copy of this record. Except my favorite, all-time favorite Tom Waits song, Tom Traubert's Blues, the first song on here, skipped like hell. This is a copy originally from when it first came out. And I was so upset when I got it because it's the best song. It's so good. And it skipped for like half the song, and then the rest of the record played fine. So I was so upset. I was so angry. So I saw that they were reissuing pretty much all of Tom Waits' records, remastered and all that. And I was so happy. And so the minute I saw this was available, I grabbed it. I grabbed it instantaneously. And I can finally hear my favorite Tom Waits song on vinyl without skipping, and it feels so good. And like, it hits me right here, man. Just waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. His voice on that song, it sounds like a drunk guy who's been drunk for 3 months straight and is just sobering up. Like, it, so good. Nice blue record, too. Solid blue. Sounds amazing. Very happy I have this record. And I still have the old copy, which I'm probably going to end up putting in a frame once I get another frame. So, and then besides that song, there's also, you got Step Right Up. That song's amazing. Jitterbug Boy, Piano's Been Drinking. all just some of his best songs are on this album. I know a lot of people are partial to his weirder stuff in the 90s and 2000s, and I do enjoy that stuff. Bone Machine, Swordfish Trombones, and all that, but, like, man, the lonely, whiskey-drenched bar singer stuff it hits me more than that stuff does, honestly. I love this record. Another one of the greatest album covers of all time, too. Just so much going on, and it just sums up everything on the album, too. It's a really fantastic listen, and so I'm really happy to have this reissue. Alright. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will hopefully be uploading more videos in the future when I get the time. I will see you then. Have a wonderful day.